Trauma is real and it's also relative. Hi, my name is Casey Golan, and for the past 25 years I've been coaching business owners to achieve epic business growth. And I want to talk to you about trauma, and I'm going to discuss my trauma. My trauma for me, relative to everyone else, or comparing it to everyone else's, is really quite minimal. I know there's people out there that have gone through atrocious physical and emotional situations in their life that has caused deep trauma that I can't even imagine. I just can't. For me and my trauma, I was subjected to a way of being in our family which was passive aggressive. And with passive aggressive upbringing, what I learned to do is basically hide from criticism, because I just didn't know what was going to be coming. And it wasn't physical, it was emotional. And on the scale of traumatic things, that's not a big deal when you compare it with other things. But what I needed to do for myself was own the fact that relative to me, it was a big deal. Why is that? It's because for fucking 30 fucking years, I idolized killing myself. I had the idea of killing myself for 30 fucking years. I was conscious of part of that and unconscious of another part of that. And it wasn't till I did I went to a psychiatrist and did some counseling sessions, and my wife came along, and I just broke down. I had tears coming out of every orifice of my body, and I went into a complete meltdown when I realized what had actually happened within me. Now, I love my parents, and my parents did the absolute best that they could. But at the time, as I was, obviously growing up, and at the time of that trauma and that meltdown, I blamed them. There's an element of responsibility that they need to take in that. But the majority of the responsibility is up to me, because it's me, it's my life, and I need to be able to heal the parts of me that I shut down to exist in the environment that I was in. And once again, I'm sharing this to not put myself on a pedestal. I'm pretty sure I haven't done that. But I'm sharing this for everyone, because you and the things that you've been subjected to as a child and through your teenage and through whatever age you're up to now, the feelings that you have are valid, they are authentic, and it is your responsibility now to unpack what those situations were for you growing up and existing in this world that caused you to fear part of yourself through fearing whoever was raising you or doing things to you that created such discomfort in you. Trauma is real, but trauma can be transcended. I believe there's mindset, but there's also consciousness. And for me, consciousness is the driver. That is, in my experience and what I have been through, for me, that is my answer. And I'm sharing these videos to not only help you with your mindset, but help you open your consciousness to the source, to the ether, to the infinite intelligence so that you can be connected to whatever is guiding you out there to help you transcend. I want you to transform, but my gift is to help you transcend. And that is getting to a level where you can access the internet, access the ether, the infinite intelligence, the source, to be able to get conscious about how things are. When we live our life from selfishness, which is from the ego, and we've got our fake self and we've got our feared self buried deep behind us and cut out of our life. We are unaware of the programs that we're running from the feared self that keeps tripping us up. So we have good intentions to do the thing with the fake self, to do whatever it is we're here to do with our fake self, but our feared self isn't integrated with that, so it trips us up and we don't know why. So if you've got to a point in your life where things just aren't going, like you can see what it is, you've got your vision, you know what your vision is, and you believe in that vision, but sometimes you're going to question it because you just can't get yourself to do the things that's required to be able to achieve that vision. When you become the person to achieve that vision that you have, part of the becoming is discovering the parts of you that you have feared throughout your life, the trauma, the heartbreak, the setbacks, the loss of loved ones, those moments when you just felt complete fear or shame or guilt. What we do in our conditioned world is we learn that that's a feared part of ourselves, and we have fear about going into that because it brings us pain. And I'm here to tell you it brings you pain, and even like for someone like me that didn't have explicit trauma like some of you have gone through. My trauma was relative to me, and it was something that I needed to go through. And for you, whether you have unbelievably horrific trauma from horrific people that have done that to you, or whether you have relatively in comparison small or medium or I'm trying to say that if you have trauma, it's real, and not to dismiss it and not to bury it down, but with help or with yourself and with your consciousness, go into those moments and pull out the seed of opportunity, the lessons, the gratitude, and the benefits and the action steps you can take from that. I have a friend of my wife's, her sister lost their child while it was sleeping, and that was horrific for them. But she has gone on to start a movement here in Australia and perhaps around the world where she is raising awareness to the point where she's now won an Order of Australia medal, and she's helped so many people from what it is that she's gone through, or her and her wife has gone through. So in any adversity, you're going to find the seed of opportunity. And it's up to us, no matter what type of trauma we've had, to go within, to do the inside work, and to accept that feared part of ourself and bring it forward and connect it with our fake self, to integrate it, and then we become our true self. And if you're in doing that process, what has happened to me and what I've observed in others is this opens up not just your mindset, but your consciousness to bring through the true gifts that you're given. Because in some way, when you do this work and you remove it from yourself and you become the service of what it is that you've learnt, you will see the gratitude and the complete love that you will have for yourself, and the complete acceptance that you have for yourself, which ultimately will set you free. And in doing that, you will be able to do the same for others. I love you. I love and accept you for everything you are and everything you think you aren't. I accept every part of you. You have greatness within, and it's time to do epic. Thanks for listening. This is Casey. Talk again soon.